It's time! Toy Guys! Deep inside the dark garage, the Toy Guys gather to display and play. Talking toys and collectibles all day long. The Toy Guys will bring you along. Toy Guys! Toy Guys! Toy Guys! Toy Guys!
Hey, welcome
Hello.
welcome to our show. It's Toy Guys. This is a brand new show. We're going to talk toys. All the new toys, collectibles all day long.
All day long.
That's our nice song. We're going to go over our San Diego Comic-Con stuff. We're going to go over anything new. We're going to introduce ourselves to you. We'll start with me. My name is Mike Zecca. I'm 49 years old. As you can see, I'm a man-child. I have a garage full of crap, but that's basically the only place I can put stuff. I started collecting Power of the Force 2 came out. If you remember, there were the Star Wars figures that looked like they were all muscle bound. From there, I went to Jack Pacific, BCAs. I collected a lot of Marvel Legends, the Toy Biz ones, a lot of toys, different toys, mini-mates, everything. And then eventually, I got into vintage toys, Hasbro, WWF figures, a whole bunch of stuff, Superpowers counter. And eventually, my dad sold his house. I wasn't living there, but all my stuff was there. So most of it ended up right on the curb. I kept Hasbro's and I kept Superpowers and vintage stuff, but everything else got tossed. It sucks. I accumulated a lot of it back, but you know, for the most part, I am never getting all that stuff back, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I remember when you put all that stuff out.
Yep, I told you to go get it. Michael, he lived like 4 houses down. And I was like, I'm leaving. You want all this shit? And he's like, maybe. And just never got it right.
I don't know why I didn't take it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't take it.
Introduce yourself, Michael.
I'm Mike Volpe. I am a warehouse chump. I recently started working at a comic book warehouse. I am a man-child with no money for toys. I guess I was trying to think about when I started collecting, and I kind of like came to the conclusion that I've kind of always been collecting.
Yeah, I remember. I used to go to your house. I used to hang out with your brother a lot. You had a lot of stuff, like a lot of toys, and you guys always had like all the WCW galoobs. You're younger than I am, so you had all those great 90s toys, and your brother collected a lot of the same stuff I did. But it was the first time I ever saw someone customize anything. Everyone talked about it. I'm like, I remember Michael's brother used to paint his LJNs. I made One Man Gang into Akeem, the African Dream. It was always fun.
Yeah, I feel like I've always had a collection of something.
Yeah.
Whether it was G.I. Joes,
Yeah.
wrestling figures, the Hasbro's, the Jax figures.
Yeah.
I remember going crazy for the Jax figures, trying to find them all.
Yeah. I remember when they first came out, it was like, oh, I got to go to Toys R Us. And I had to drive there to look, just like I was looking desperately for those bone crunchers. And I still love those things. I don't know. I don't care what anyone says. They're solid figures.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they're still good. They're still solid figures.
Yeah.
I remember driving my father crazy. I made him bring me to that store in West Caldwell.
Oh, Grand Variety.
Grand Variety.
Yeah, that was a great place. They had everything there. It was like you could buy a plunger and you could go into the toy aisle and find like a Boba Fett Powers of the Force with the half circles on his hands. It was the best.
Let's do the news.
We'll start off with Bloody's Disgusting. It has a Walmart display. You've told me about this. You took a picture of it, and there it is.
Yeah, they have a brand new display. You got the Toxic Avenger or Toxic Crusader.
Oh, yeah, I saw that up there. We're going to get to that, too. Like, we have all those NECA stuff, Toxic Crusaders. There's a VHS tape, which I'm big on. I know I'm never going to find it. It's like $30. Terrifier 2 on VHS. But yeah, the one thing I always hate saying I'm going to buy it because I won't, because I have no space for it. But Trick or Treat Studios is doing the Toxic Crusaders, like the old Playmates toys.
I saw it today, actually, and I was at Walmart and I saw it on the shelves, and I had it in my hand, and I was like, I really want this.
Yeah, you're like, ah, fuck, I don't need this thing.
But what am I gonna do with it?
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not gonna do anything with it. I
I
don't
know.
need it. You know, it's awesome. It comes with the slime. It's exactly like the Playmates one. I don't
Yeah,
know if do you remember that Playmates?
I don't. I
version?
was a little older, but I do remember seeing them. Also on those displays, we have NECA has a whole wealth of stuff. But one of the things, like, I don't know, I might buy. I don't have much NECA stuff, but I might be buying the Anthony Hopkins Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool figure.
Yeah.
The detail is of course there,
Yep.
like every other NECA figure.
I know. I think I have like 3 or 4 NECA figures. That's it. I wish I could really buy more, but like, I take them out. I'll take some pictures of them, put them back in the box, and they go in storage. And that's what kills me. Like, I wanna see all this shit. I don't want to just like fucking keep it in a box in storage. But it is what it is.
Yeah,
We don't
I
have room.
have too many NECA figures. That's
Yeah.
my problem.
You have a lot of NECA. I know that. You were big on the NECA.
I have a lot of NECA shit.
We also have HasLab, which I wasn't even aware of until I got an email saying that the new HasLab has funded. And the new HasLab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know about it either until about the same time.
Yep. It's
And
the
apparently, you were saying that
there's two. I think there's two different. Like, you get it's the HasLab Cantina from A New Hope, and I think you could get it deluxe version with the 4 walls, or you get it with 2 walls. But I haven't looked. I have to look.
Is it a choice or is it maybe
I don't know. I think
an
it's a
addition?
choice. I think it might be a choice. I wish I collected vintage collection, because I love Star Wars, and they make so much cool shit that you would never get your hands on otherwise.
Yeah.
You have the little sensor that the guy's like, "You're droids. They're not allowed here." I know that's not what he says, but they're not welcome here. And there he is. That's the stretch goals for this HasLab Cantina. I doubt they're going to make the Wolfman.
I think they might not even make it.
They might.
I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
I don't think that they'll make it to 11.
I
think
last
maybe-
I had just looked before we started, like maybe an hour before, and I think they were close to 10,000. So they might make Credo, but I don't think they're making 14.
No. Not with the day left, and
No. I mean, I wish for everyone's sake, I hope they make all of them, but I know that's not going to happen, you know?
yeah.
Moving on, we have
Moving on.
Elite Collection, Ringside Collectibles. They're doing their defining moments. They have a 4-pack. It has RVD, Kane, the Pipe Bomb CM Punk, and LA Knight. There you see the CM Punk with the Stone Cold shirt and the LA Knight. I'm not sure where the LA Knight's from, but that's the Pipe Bomb CM Punk.
That's a pipe bomb CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you told me you can't even buy that as a single figure anymore.
No, I was looking on the website today. And I couldn't find it, so I assume it's sold out.
Yeah, and
The
I guess
pre-order is sold out.
I guess you can only order them via the 4-pack now, but
Yeah, that's the only way I think you can get them.
you also have this RVD. He has 2 belts there. I wasn't watching back then really, but I know it's ECW belt and a Raid of the Ark belt, I think. I can't see, my eyes are garbage. Oh no, that's 2 ECW belts, right? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I think I don't know what he's based off of.
It's got to be an ECW thing. If anyone's watching and you want to tell us we're idiots and write in the comments exactly what it is,
Yeah.
we'll address comments in the future episodes, if there are any. They also have the Kane. It was like the Inferno match Kane. I think he comes with like his arms on fire. I think that's cool.
Oh
But
yeah, he comes with a bunch of fire.
yeah.
I think he comes with the fire posts too.
Yep.
Like the
I think that's cool.
flames.
But do you think that looks good, or do you think it looks like he has like a map of Italy on his arm?
That he has a what?
Like the map of Italy. It's like a giant fucking boot, you know?
It's a little.
Little much.
Go back to that. Yeah, I mean, how else were they going to do it?
Yeah. I mean, that's the best you can do, really. I mean, maybe add some, like, even if you add it like white and black, and the Marvel figures, like a Human Torch, kind of looks like shit sometimes. So, you know, maybe that's the best they could do.
I'm looking up that defining moments because I want to know.
You want to know which one it is?
For RBD,
Yeah. We
I
also
need
have
to know that.
San Diego Comic-Con's coming up, and Mattel has announced a bunch of exclusive coming up. This being one of them. It's the Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 12. I collect a lot of Ultimate Editions. I think I'm kind of stopping buying the Elites, and I'm just going to buy Ultimates now. I do like them better. I do take pictures of a lot of my figures, and the Ultimates, they look better. There he is. He has the little gadget that became flying down.
You know, I thought about that too, about just abandoning the other lines and just sticking with the Ultimates.
Yeah, there's so much stuff, but like then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this guy comes out and it's the WCW, the WCW line. I'm like, I gotta buy it. There you see everything that comes with him. You see, he comes with extra ponytails.
I saw that,
Yeah,
which I thought was interesting.
I mean, I guess they look exactly the same. I mean, that's just one picture, right? There he is. I guess after he won, he's supposed to have the belt, right?
He should have the belt in his hands right there.
Yeah, he comes with no belt, I guess.
He kind of no belt. That kind of kills it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I have like a million belts, but I still like open everything, but I don't know. You're right. It should come with a belt. It's kind
It
of,
should come with a belt.
it's lame
I
that it
mean,
doesn't.
it's $45. Like,
Yeah,
they should include a belt,
they got so many
and
of
it
those
makes
belts
sense.
to have a
It
belt
makes
because he
sense.
won the belt.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm getting that anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I know I'm gonna buy it. There's more Ultimates coming out. These are a Target exclusive, I guess, and it is Vader, WCW Vader. They have the all black tights with the WCW World Heavyweight title, not the big gold, but the one that was like an interim belt. It wasn't an interim belt. They kind of, when Flair left with the belt, they designed this new belt, which I personally think is the greatest world title of all world titles. Blasphemy, but
Really?
whatever. I think it's better than the Winged Eagle. I love it. It's my favorite belt. Always will be. Ron Simmons, Lex Luger, Sting, Vader, Ric Flair all held that belt. Vader also comes with the White Castle of Fear cape, one of my favorite gimmicks back in the day.
That's a bold statement.
It is a bold statement, but it's the greatest belt. Did you see the knee pads on Vader?
Yeah, everyone keeps talking about the knee pads.
Yep, the knee pads are the classic circle knee pads Vader had, which is I have plenty of Vaders, but I'm gonna have to get this anyway because it's an Ultimate. But it's fucking Vader with the knee pads. So that's my thought on that. Oh, you hear that?
What is?
You don't know what that is?
What's that sound?
That is the theme music for the greatest tag team to ever live, maybe the second, but Rick and Scott, the Steiner Brothers.
Oh!
Ringside Collectibles has a exclusive Steiner Ultimates. They come with their
these
varsity jackets.
these are pretty awesome.
Yeah. Rick's got two different color boots, like he should. He got the number tights. Scott's got the colorful tights, super colorful, whatever, if I can speak, colorful. Look at that.
Someone was saying, I think it was another podcast, that's basically Scott's Hasbro gear.
Oh, you're right. Holy shit. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Someone else said there's a picture of the Steiners from like the 90s, and their jackets had different color sleeves. One was this lighter yellow, and they could have easily just said, oh, I'm just going to put two jackets there. But they made a lighter color, a yellow, and they don't have stripes on the wrists or the bottom.
Oh, wow.
I
didn't notice that there's two different jackets.
Two different jackets. So I think that's a pretty fucking nice little touch they did.
That's an added value right there.
Yep. I definitely enjoy me some Steiners. I saw the Steiners beat the Midnight Express for the U.S. titles at the Meadowlands Arena back in the day.
I know.
It was pretty
I'm
fucking
jealous.
cool. Yeah.
Jealous.
We also have one of my very favorite line, WWE Superstars. Brand new Superstars. You got Razor Ramon, Baby Blue Tights. I'll probably end up buying both, but I don't need the long tights. I don't need something he
The
wrestled
debut
in once.
tights. Say again?
I don't need something he wrestled in once, you know?
Yeah, I mean, for like the hardcore fans, I
Yeah,
get it.
I know I'm gonna
But
buy it anyway, but it kind of,
if you see it, yeah, I mean, if you see it, you'll probably.
yeah. If I don't get it, I'm not dying. You also have WCW Rey Mysterio, and like this one. Now I have to get two of this because I need Brutus the Barber Beefcake with his striped tights, but I need a Zodiac. So they
Yeah.
basically kill you now with two Razor Ramones that you have to get if you need to be complete and you are a loose collector, and you have to buy two beefcakes because you need a Zodiac. It's like the earthquake. I had to get two earthquakes, one for the natural disasters and one with the blue tights. So I have two of the same fucking thing. But
One was the with the Canadian earthquake.
the Canadian earthquake, yep, it destroys me that I have to do both. And there they are carded. Looks very nice. My favorite line. I think it's like the best line. I still love that. Always will. So goes back to my love of Remcos. Back when I was a kid, I played with Remcos. My He-Man figures would fight my Remcos, and you know, it's just a fun thing.
I love the Superstars line,
Yeah.
but I recently sold all my Superstars
Yeah,
just because I couldn't deal with the sporadic nature of.
hard to find.
They're really hard to find.
Yeah,
There's like one Hulk Hogan from series 9 or 10 sitting on the shelves at my Walmart, and like
yeah. No one's buying it.
no one's buying it, but like I'm not saying that. I mean, the line is not dead or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying.
No, they have so many. Like
I-
I have like 15 Roddy Pipers at my Walmart down the street. So
Yeah, it's just hard. It was hard to find, and I gotta make cuts somewhere.
yeah, more San Diego Comic Con stuff. This is something I'm not too familiar with, but they have Street Sharks.
Yeah, I don't really remember. I mean, I remember the Street Sharks cartoon,
Yeah,
but it was a little. It might have been a little past my time.
past your time. Yeah, from what I read about it because I was like, oh, Street Sharks, what the fuck's that? Street Sharks was basically like Mattel's like, we got to come up with something to combat these Ninja Turtles. So I was like, mutated men shark, and this guy's got a pool cue and some giant glasses. I like the way they look in the box. I'm not buying them, but I do enjoy a good like '90s toy. We'll get into that
That's
like
true.
another time. Like I think '90s toys. I grew up in the '80s. '80s toys were great. I think like '90s toys were fucking awesome. Like everything had some sort of action.
90s
Yeah.
toys were a special thing.
Oh yeah, they were like colorful. They well like there's a lever on everything. They had like Terminator toys. Like an R-rated movie has toys. Congo. What kid bought Congo toys? But there was toys.
Con- Congo didn't need toys.
It didn't. It wasn't a kids
but it
movie,
has.
but they did toys. So
Yeah.
I love that about the '90s. Mattel also has. I still collect Origins. Again, same format as the Superstars. It's that style figure I love so much. They have two bad. Tuvar and Badra. And then this time they come in a 2-pack that you can convert into a single figure, which when Mattel, I guess, put this out, we got this from the Instagram from Planet Eternia. When Mattel put this out, they made him ass backwards. His ass is backwards on his body. You know? But there he is. It comes with some painting. There's a mini comic.
So you can take the figures apart.
You take them apart. That middle piece, there's a middle piece to the left of the blue guy over there, and everything snaps back on. You take one blue leg, one purple leg, one blue arm, one purple arm, and I think it comes with an extra head of like both of them. Oh no, it's got two heads. Never mind. You put both heads on. I'm an idiot. I had two bad when I was a kid, and he never stood up because he was so top heavy. And the new one's like, if you
Yeah.
find any old two bads, like that thing's top one over. Like no fucking problem.
I remember those. You couldn't stand any of those.
Yep. Jazwares. You know Jazwares? They make AEW figures.
I know Jazwares.
I'm very excited, like, for the new AEW Jeff Jarrett figure. Ringside exclusive.
I think it's the first Jarrett figure we've had in a while, right?
Yeah.
Not counting the Hasbro
The retro zombie sailor.
retro zombie sailor.
Yeah, the last like Jeff Jarrett figure probably was like a Toy Biz TNA figure, which were never that great. I still like them, but they weren't great. And then there was also Jack's TNA figures. Probably had a few of those. Again, like an elite style Jeff Jarrett's come out.
Yeah.
Jazwares also has coming out, which also you get at ringside.
Copeland.
But yep, ringside has them, but he's retail everywhere as they had him Copeland. His first non-WWE figure.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good.
It does. I can't complain about it. It's a render,
But I was gonna say their renders always look better.
They do. I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of the head, and it looked pretty good. I think I'll have to double check it though.
I have issues with Jazwares.
Yeah, I do too. But at the same time, it's like they're still making.
Like, I'm honestly surprised. Huh?
They make good toys, but they just like they're fucking loose all the time, and like I don't know. The paint apps are not great.
It's not even that so much as I can deal with like the paint apps and the loose joints if they were a little faster with their products.
Yeah, well, they used to be really
You know?
fast. They remember when they first came out, like, oh, people were waiting and waiting, and then it was like you could buy a series on Ringside like every 3 weeks. It was like a new series of figures, and then they would all come out and more, and then they just stopped. They stopped showing them and stopped producing them for a while, and I guess maybe they thought they were doing too much too soon. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's like they're always like the step behind.
Yeah.
It feels like, you know, like they're never current. It's just something I've noticed about their release schedule.
More Comic-Con exclusives. Were you familiar with the TV show Real Dinosaurs?
I was.
It's one of those shows, like, I think it's on Disney Plus still. Look, for what it was, it looks really good still. But I guess there was a Captain Impressive episode or a few. I didn't really watch it too much. I used to watch it sometimes. You just remember the baby saying, "I'm not the father, I'm the baby."
Yeah, that was annoying.
So you got the Roy Sinclair, Captain Impressive.
I don't really remember that.
I don't either, but I think it's cool. We also have TMNT, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
This is like the debut Turtles when they first invented them.
Do we need more Turtles?
No, probably not.
How many more Ninja Turtles from NECA do we need? I mean,
they're sold out already though, right?
People are probably going to think like, oh, this guy, he hates toys. Why is he doing a toy show? No, I don't hate toys. I just question how much do we actually need sometimes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know, like, I guess it's cool for the really hardcore TMNT.
Yeah, I mean, it's debut Turtles.
I just shut my mouth.
I think people just buy them because of like FOMO. They don't want to miss them, and then NECA puts them out again, like in a 2-pack later on down the line, or a single pack.
Oh, they will.
Yeah. G.I. Joe's doing a big SDCC exclusive. Once a Man. Go ahead.
I'm not familiar with this one.
This was from the G.I. Joe movie when Cobra La reveals that they were always behind Cobra. Cobra Commander is actually part of Cobra La. And like they shoot him with this gas. It's not gas, it's like spores. I think it's called spores. And he turns into like a snake. But like the movie's awful, but I still love it. And then Roadblock eventually is blind. He's carrying a Cobra Commander. You know what? I'm just going to show you.
Useless. Oh, useless. I was a man. Yes. Oh, yes. I was a man. I was a man. Yes.
Stop saying that, you hear you making me crazy.
Was a man. Man.
And there's that.
That clip alone makes me want to get this.
Yeah, I'm buying it because, you know, I love it. I think it's the best. You ever get into the Super 7 G.I. Joes, the Ultimates?
I had the first The first 2 series, I think.
Yeah.
They were on super sale at Entertainment Earth.
Yeah. Well, they have a exclusive coming out for San Diego Comic-Con, and it is Zartan. It's from an episode. I forgot which one it was. But he, like, puts this, I don't know, it looks like it's in his mouth. He's, like, blowing a horn. Someone will know and tell us we're idiots, but it's from a certain episode.
It's kind of like a deep cut.
Yeah, it's like a specific episode.
Does he have a change? Does he change?
He changes color. His plastic will change color in the summer. Yeah. So I'll probably maybe buy that. Probably not. I won't buy this. I have no clue what it is. It's like some weird cobra.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't think I need
Super
that.
7 design?
I have no clue. Maybe it's not. And like they just reuse a Duke backpack for him and a Scarlet bow. It's like a bunch of shit put together, just painted different. So, do you really need it? No.
No.
You know what I say when I don't need anything and I end up buying it? You know what I say?
God damn it!
That's what I say. Super 7. Back to Super 7. We have a lot of stuff to cover with Super 7. And I'm a big Godzilla
Well, they had
fan.
Super 7 Fest, right?
They did, and I think they like showed all this stuff up. This is a Jaguar, Godzilla shaking hands. At the end of one of those Godzilla movies, I'll probably buy this. It's a reaction figure, but I don't know. It's cool. Do you ever get into the reaction stuff?
The reaction figures are cool. I love what they represent. They're just too damn expensive.
Yeah, I know. It's like if they
They're
were
like
like
$18 a figure.
yeah, if they should be cheaper. I'd have all the GI Joes if they were.
I get that it's a higher end
Yeah.
product, and they're really the only people that are doing it. There's really no one else doing. Well,
Funko used to
Plastic
do them, right?
Plastic Meatball.
Oh, that's right.
makes Small figures, right?
Yep. This is another reaction.
Wonka.
Yep. I think there's like 1 of 300 is gold. And I think every box comes with a golden ticket.
That's a cool little gimmick.
Yeah, I might buy that too. I have no money for any of this shit, but what are you going to do? I'm like a slave to the toys.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm in purge mood.
Yeah, I am too, but then like you buy more shit, Wash, rinse, repeat. More Super 7 stuff. What do we have coming up next? Call the Conqueror, Conan, Ultimates.
These are cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not going to buy them, but I do like them. I appreciate them. These are $55 each, right? And I think there's a deal that if you buy both of them, you get like a weapons pack.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, bloody weapons pack if you buy both of them. But yeah, they're
That's not
both
a bad
pretty cool.
deal.
There's another Ultimate they got coming out. The movie Toxic Avenger. Again, do I want to buy this? Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, good movie for what it was.
Yeah,
I don't.
I think it's pretty cool, but yeah.
It is. No, it's super cool. The detail on it is amazing. Like they really.
But you like commit to buying like it's one of those things like if you buy one, is there going to be more on the line, and then or is this just like a one-off Toxic Avenger Ultimate?
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And if it is,
and then
then I look at it like maybe I will buy it because I'm not pressured into buying a line. I don't know. That's tough.
if it's a single release, yeah. But if it's like, because they've done this before, where they release one figure
Yeah.
and then it becomes a line,
Yeah.
or it becomes, more than just one figure.
Yeah.
So, you gotta figure out if you want to start collecting a new line.
Yeah. You know what I'm excited for? Speaking of reaction, you ever hear of the Reaction Plus?
Yeah.
Look at that. They announced these at Joe Fest, I guess. They're doing O-ring style G.I. Joe figures.
Now that I can get into.
Yeah, until they're like $35 each, but I probably will still buy these. There's Cobra Commander. Just basically, they're just saying, we're just going to remake G.I. Joes. Which, if it works for Mattel doing the He-Man, why wouldn't it work for G.I. Joes? I think this is what everyone's been waiting for, that collects G.I. Joes, to tell you the truth. There's a bat.
Yeah. I think this was a big miss for
Like
Hasbro.
I don't know why Hasbro didn't want to do it. They came out with those Walmart ones were kind of shitty, and then whenever they
Those
did,
were
yeah, they're garbage.
they were just garbage.
Yeah, and then anytime they did an O-ring figure, it was connected to like HasLab, like plane or whatever. They had like a bunch of things like where they sold the vamp or whatever it was, a his tank that
Oh,
transforms.
the crowdfunded.
Yeah, Sky Striker.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to those. I'm gonna buy those probably, definitely.
Probably pick them up.
Yep.
I mean, again, it depends on the price point. I don't think they've announced the price point for
Yeah,
those.
it's gonna be $40. It probably won't be. It'll probably be like 25, $30. More exclusives coming. Super 7. The 5.5 inch Conan the Barbarian. And he's got the camouflage, he's got the blood. I'm buying it. I talked about how much I love that format. So this is like a must buy for me.
Yeah, it's a pass.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like that they're taking the IP that they have and
Yeah, just do everything.
kind of doing anything with it,
Yeah.
seeing what sticks.
Super 7
Okay.
has more 5.5s coming out. They have a Danzig figure and a Samhain figure, which I know I'm saying wrong. And Samhain was just another, I guess, another band Danzig was in, but it's a blood soap guy, and both come with a microphone. I probably will buy the Danzig, maybe not the other one, but the blood. I think it's
I
cool.
would buy the Danzig.
Yeah. They also have a Danzig from the Misfits, and they have Jerry Only, who will fit right in with your WWE superstar figure since he wrestled in WCW. The Fiend, which was the mascot of the Misfits, and a Danzig in a skeleton costume.
I like the Jerry Only.
I'm definitely getting Jerry Only. Mat Maniacs are coming out. They go for pre-sale this week on the 12th.
They come up, pre-order on July
Yeah.
12th,
I
right?
can't wait for that. They have the Road Warriors with the pads. Pads are removable. These are Hasbro scale figures, like retro scale, but they don't look like retros. They're their own thing. Price point is $64.99 for a 2-pack. Got the Road Warriors. Got the Steiner Brothers. They're very colorful, I think, like 90s toys again.
Oh yeah. And I love too that he has a boot,
Yep, same thing. And you
different
get
boot.
a pack of all four for $120 plus shipping, which is I think it's a good price for,
I think it's a really good price.
People complain they're $30 each, but a lot goes into these, so,
They're pretty much, they're same scale. They fit in. I think they'll fit in really well with the retros.
I do too.
I
They even
think this
have
is gonna.
a cool promo video. Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Let's watch it again. And now we have Rocky Turner from NerdCloset Online, the company that's producing and selling and manufacturing the Mat Maniacs figure. How are you, Rocky?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, man.
Yep, I've known you a long time, with like 5 years now, 5-6 years, something like that. I met you online, became friends with you through various Facebook groups. We've done a lot of stuff together, conventions, everything. So it's exciting to see you be part of
I
this.
still have that belt, by the way.
The belt I traded you. That's right, a WWF Big Gold.
Big gold.
That's
It's
right.
Still in my room.
I got He-Man figures for it.
Yeah. Even trade.
It was a fun times, and I didn't even think I have those He-Man figures anymore. I got rid of a lot of stuff, so unfortunately, I'll get it all back eventually.
Oh yeah.
It's like in, out, in, out. But I'm gonna get in
I'll pick it off the shelf for sure.
pretty soon. I'm gonna get in these new Mat Maniacs that I like a lot. There you
I'm
see.
looking forward to it. I'm gonna have to clear out my spot for just the stuff I've been working on, and now those have priority over anything else I've collected. I mean, I have some of my childhood toys, but these are definitely going to be on a special spot in my collection just
Yeah.
because they
They're
have my name attached to them. So
They're
it's-
yours. Yep.
That's what makes it cool.
Yep, absolutely. Tell me how you got started with the Mat Maniacs and the artist involved. He's had an Instagram for a while. Golden era of wrestling.
Yeah, Fraser Davidson over in the UK, exceptional animator and artist. all around. I mean, the guy is just super talented. Lucky to be in a partnership with him. I stumbled across his stuff several years ago. It's funny story is that Joe Laurinaitis, everybody knows his animal, actually reached out to me one day and he's like, I see these figures on Instagram. I wonder who's making them. I was like, I don't know of anybody that's making them. He said, well, we'll find out if they're making them. And if they are, I'll give them my blessing. We can work out a deal or something. So I reached out to him and I'm like, hey, if you're wanting to make these or are making them, you're going to need permission from, the talent to be able to do so.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, these are just renders. They're not really figures. And I had seen him bouncing back and forth on the internet, on different sites, on Facebook, everything like that. So it was kind of surreal to revisit his page and see the evolution of how far his figures have come over the last several years. And everybody's been watching and dying to get their hands on them. But I mean, to be honest, Frazier was just doing them for the love of the game. I mean, he is a huge wrestling fan. He has a huge wrestling collection of, all the retros and Hasbros.
Yeah.
Then he started printing his own stuff and doing his own paint jobs on them as well. And people were just dying to get their hands on them.
Yeah.
All of them. And now granted, some talent are going to be available to make toys and some are not.
Yes. If you scan his Instagram, you see a lot of figures. Like, he's done so many guys. Like,
Well, he's done them all. I mean,
Yeah.
he's went through the entire 80s, 90s catalog of WCW and WWF.
I know.
He's got several figures of each, different poses, different paint jobs,
Yeah.
and they're all fantastic.
Like, up on screen, I have this group shot he had with Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake looks great. They all look great. The Flair.
Here, Andre
looks
Warrior.
awesome. Then there's like a Bulldog and a DiBiase, which is crazy. He's a super talented guy,
And never say never. I mean, a lot of these guys are locked down under contract. Some of them are tighter than others.
Yeah.
Some don't care, some do care. So never say never. The right person sees your product and gets excited about it and reaches out. It's not crazy to think that, hey, Hulk Hogan sees your figures and says, hey, man, I want to have those in my store. I'm like,
That's
you
very
get
true.
that phone call, you're just like, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you just don't know who's watching or who's interested in what you're doing. We always try to have, that reputation of doing things legitimately. So, never say never. There's a lot of guys on the list that we can do. And
Yeah.
there's a few on the list that we can't do right now, but time will tell. You never know.
Your price point on these, I have to say, is really good. $64.99 for a 2-pack. And if you get all four, it's $30 each. I really don't think you can get better than that.
Well, I wanted to at least give the diehard fans of this line a discount if they got both. It's tough when you're starting out. I know everybody thinks that, they have their own opinion about pricing and what they should be and what they should be priced at.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When you're starting out from scratch, it's tough to do.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not going to be making millions of these figures or hundreds of thousands of these figures like Mattel and Hasbro do.
Yeah.
Or that drives the cost completely to the basement.
Yes.
With a small business like myself and a partnership with Frazier, we got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
We can't do it for free. We have to make a little bit of money to make it worth our while
And to keep it going.
and to keep it going. So, if I make them super cheap and I lose my hind end on them,
Yeah.
there's not going to be a series 2.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just business. There's
I-
not going to be a series 2. There's got to be a little bit of a build of capital there to be able to push it over into series 2 and keep things moving forward.
I already think they're kind of super cheap. I think you've been more than fair on that price. People are entitled to their opinion.
I get it.
Everything costs something.
Everything's super expensive nowadays, which also gets passed on to the consumer.
Yeah.
Whether me, when it comes to buy materials or shipping or anything like that, and it spills over into toys. And
Yep.
It's just the world that we live in. Do I think the prices are ever going to come down? They might. If things go well, that could definitely impact the cost of Series 2, the Series 3, and Series 4 if we get to that point. But
Yeah.
starting out, we have to be as fair to ourselves and to the consumers as much as we can, because there's a lot of hands in the cookie jar when it comes to making toys. I mean, you have to take care of the talent, but it's giving you the rights to make their toys. You have to make sure they're happy. You have to make sure that you've got the materials and the molds and the designs and the packaging and everything that costs money. All those things have to be taken care of ahead of time.
Yeah. Well, you've definitely been more than fair to people with the price, I will say.
Well, I appreciate that,
Yeah.
because like I said, that's our main goal, is to produce a fantastic product
Yeah.
at a competitive price that people can afford and enjoy.
Absolutely. And now for the future, you were talking anything's possible.
Mhm.
I'm sure you can't say, but you probably have ideas for Series 2 if Series 1 turns out the way you hope, and I think it will. I think it'll do really well. I'm sure you can't tell, but I'm sure it's pretty exciting.
We've talked about it.
Yeah.
If things go well, we've already got talent in mind for Series 2 and possibly Series 3. When it comes to a lot of these wrestlers, though, especially the ones that are on the signing scene, they're always looking for new merch for their table.
Yeah.
So once the word gets out, people see Series 1, see the LOD, see the Steiner Brothers,
Yeah.
phone is going to start ringing, and people are going to want figures.
Yeah.
And then you just got to be able to pick and choose to see what's going to do the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't there's all these obscure gimmicks and characters that we've had over the years that I would love to see us make,
Yeah.
but it has to make sense in the long run. You can't just start making,
Random guys. Yeah.
figures that are just obscure and off the wall, and the gimmick may have only lasted a month and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So you try to get people, the heavy hitters,
Yeah.
up front to
They won't-
establish yourself, and then down the line we can get a little bit more obscure with some of the gimmicks that we'd like to see made into toys.
There won't be any WCW Ding Dongs figures.
Probably not.
Basically, is what you're saying.
And we've also had discussions about all the female wrestlers that are out there that would love to have action figures and that haven't had any for a long time. And
Yeah.
a lot of their figures have gotten super expensive and hard to find. So we're also, looking at that side of things as well. Not to mention, different genres, whether it be the new, whether it be the old.
Yeah.
Possibilities are endless.
I think the style it lends itself to female figures really actually well. I think they would look really good.
I can already picture, and I think he's done a couple.
Yeah.
I know he did Elizabeth. He's done an Elizabeth sculpt, and I think there was one other one. Maybe
Maybe a
it was Charm.
Or maybe a Sherry Martel. That would
Maybe
kinda fit.
maybe a Scary Sherry.
Yeah.
But yeah, with his style and his abilities, I think he could pump out something really,
Special. Yeah.
really nice. And you go back and you think about all the retro companies out there right now
Yeah.
that are doing these figures, and it's been tough for people to dive into the female
Yeah. It just doesn't work.
aspect of things, because it's a tough sculpt, because you want them to look like the ladies and you want them to be built like the ladies. They're not built
Yeah, it's like a Hasbro.
like one of
everyone-
the guys.
Yep.
You want to have their own style.
Yep, absolutely. And everything tends to be, it's that style of the old retro is a bulky, which doesn't lend itself to a female. But this could you get away with changing it because it's not it's a retro size, but it's not a retro. It's
Right,
its
and
own
that's
thing.
what I was going to mention that. A lot of people are saying, "Oh no, it's another retro company." Here's the thing. I agree that yes, they are the same scale as a retro figure.
I got that up now. See, the same size, but
Right. But in no way, shape, or form are we trying to be a retro clone of what's out there already.
yeah,
I know everybody loves the Hasbros. I know everybody loves the retros from Mattel. Don't get me wrong. I think they are inspirations to what we want to do,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not. We're not going to do a complete clone of what's already there.
Yeah.
We want to stand on our own with our own designs and our own style. And yes, we wanted to cater to the people that collect the 4-inch figures. We wanted to make sure that they were in scale,
Yeah.
but the extent of that is about it. I
Yeah.
don't really want to I don't want to do something that's already been done. I want to take this new style and run in a different direction with it. And
Yeah.
that's kind of why we decided not to go with cards, because there again, we want to stand on our own.
Yeah.
I feel that we can do a little bit more design work with a box than we can a card. Plus, you always have those issues with the bubbles and the damage. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of, MOC people out there that love to keep those things fresh, but sometimes it's just not in the cards. But I think with the box that Fraser's came up with so far, I think I don't know, it's set a standard that I think it's going to be tough for somebody to beat.
Yeah, it's a very nice box. It has the background, looks like a ring inside. It's a nice design. Everything about it is like a very sleek and stylistic. Its own design, not like anything else before. So,
You'll be able to, just the nice thing with boxes, you can open them up.
yeah,
I mean, they are going to be sealed. Don't get me wrong. They will be sealed for those people that want them
yeah,
mint in box. I
Yeah.
get it. I'm a collector. I'm a mint in box guy most of the time.
yeah,
So the box will be sealed, but to those who like to open them and display them, you'll be able to do so as well. If you
Yeah.
want to put them back in the box, you'll be able to do that.
that
It's
works
no
for
different
everybody.
no different than an Elite. You can take an Elite out of the box and put it back in if you want.
Yep, you just got to take a nice little razor blade, slice that tape, and you're good.
Yeah. So that's kind of the deal with the packaging. I'm looking forward to seeing it in the flesh.
Yeah,
And the packaging is still subject to change. There are a few tweaks we'd like to do with it. It's not finalized 1000%.
mm-hmm.
It will be over the next couple weeks, I would say. I think we've got a good base. I think we're close. I know he's been tweaking things here and there, and there's going to be things that we want to add to it as well. Maybe, whether it be a logo here, a logo there, some advertisement, something
Yeah,
to lock it in. But it's really close, I think, where it's at right now.
yes. Well, I wish you all the luck in the world with it. I look forward to getting my hands on them. We're going to put the website address up July 12th on sale.
And
Pre-orders,
the pre-order actually starts at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. on July 12th.
And don't everybody think that they're going to miss out. We're going to leave it open for 60 days
Yep, 60-day open pre-order.
from the 12th. So you'll have plenty of time to save up or, get in whenever you can. We appreciate all the people out there wanting to pre-order. And we are working as hard as possible to get those out and done as fast as we can, because nobody likes to wait.
Yeah, as we know, it's tough sometimes.
But a lot of the things are already in motion. Things are already moving into production. So I think we've got a nice little head start
Head start's always
compared
good.
to most.
Mm-hmm.
And I think delivery is going to be sooner than later. Let's put it that way.
Well, I definitely appreciate your time, and I know it's going to go well, and I know I'll be ordering them on July the 12th.
Well, I appreciate it, Mike. Like I said, maybe you can have me back on, and when we get them in hand, and we can do a little box demo
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely.
Put them through the test. Do some strength test. Also.
Yeah, the stress test, so you make sure they don't break. All right, Rocky. Thank you so much again.
All right, man. Take care.
Yep. Now we have something we want to do weekly, or maybe not weekly, but we're gonna have a different segment every week. But I do enjoy this, so get right to it. It's called Toys of the Week.
Toys of the Week!
So Toys of the Week is basically me and Michael will bring out a toy that we want, explain it, why we like it. That's basically it in a nutshell. I have this Super 7 Shogun Warrior style glow in the dark Godzilla. I used to have the Shogun Warrior Godzilla, and I unfortunately sold it. It was the the best toy ever. It had a lever just like this and had like a vinyl tongue. This is plastic. You can see it right there. His tongue comes out. He has a firing fist. So basically you push this little button and the fist goes flying in the air. Oop, it'll light. There you got it. At my fist. So that's my toy of the week.
Very
Super
cool.
7 Godzilla.
That's Super 7?
It is. They made a, I think they're making another one that has like fire on it. They just repaint everything, but I'll probably buy it like an asshole.
Yeah, they do a lot of repaints.
Yep.
The figure I chose, probably my figure of the year, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, otherwise known as the Executioner in 1996 with Mankind and Paul Bearer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I just really liked the design. I liked the design of the character back in 96.
Mm-hmm.
And the only figure we had to represent the Executioner was the Jakks 1997.
Yeah.
It was a 4-pack, I think. It was Undertaker, Mankind, Paul Bearer, and Executioner.
Gotcha.
And I mean, as much as we say we love those early Jakks figures,
Yeah, it was garbage.
and we do,
Yeah.
they weren't that great.
No, they weren't. They were great for the time, and you look back at it, it's nostalgic. But now you have an Executioner, and you have a Terry Gordy because he has a different head, right?
He does have a different head. I don't have the different head nearby, but
See, I
he
would have
comes
to.
with Terry Gordy head.
I would have to buy 2, just so I can have both.
Yeah. I thought about it. I did think about it, but
Yeah.
I thought about it, and Executioner was more important to me because that's the Terry Gordy that I was first introduced to.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember seeing Terry Gordy in the Freebirds back in the 80s when I was a kid. So.
Yeah. And that's what's so cool about the figure is that, you know, it's not only is it a figure that I didn't think we'd ever get, but you can have both versions if you want,
Yeah.
you know. So
I think other than
And
Japanese figures, that's like the third Terry Gordy figure ever made.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
It'd be Remco,
The Jakks.
Jakks.
I wonder, maybe it was a Jakks Classic. They might have been a Freebirds Jakks Classic pack with Gordy. But I don't know. We'll have
I'm
someone
not
tell
sure,
us.
but yeah, that's my figure of the week.
Love it. So that's going to wrap up our show. We want to thank Rocky. We want to thank anyone that's watching. Until then,
Oh yeah! Time! Time, guys! Deep inside the dark garage, the toy guys gather to display and play. Talking toys and collectibles all day long. The toy guys will bring you along.